I have access, Vajrang.
So Dhruvesh joined first in the meeting. Okay, go ahead and start the recording.
Yeah, I have started.
That's great. Okay, so let's start with our discussion. And since we have, uh, since the time is 10:30 in my time, so let's start with what is a performer? What is the difference between a performer and a dispatcher? Everyone can give their own points. I want 1 point from each. What is the difference between performer and a dispatcher?
Hello, Ajrang. Ullas here.
Yes, Ulas.
Performer and dispatcher are simple workflows. Dispatcher is used to push the uh, data into the orchestrator, and dispatcher is performer is used to get the data and perform operation on the data from the orchestrator.
Okay, and can anyone give an example? Let's take current UI workflow 5, work item 5, because most of you have already done that. So what part of it can be a dispatcher and what part of it can be performer? So,
So uploading the data to the queue will be a dispatcher and performing operations on the data will be a performer.
let me know with the steps.
Oh, okay. So like work item, we collect all the work item. So
Mhm.
when we upload that work item to the queues, orchestrator queues, it will be a dispatcher, and the performer will be perform all on all the each items.
I need more information.
So whatever, right, which collects the information not only to the queue but also to the data table, extracts data and keeps it ready for processing. Till there it will be a dispatcher, and then where we process the data would be a performer.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
in
For a
specific queues.
process, how many performers can we have and how many dispatchers can we have?
Vajrang, we can have multiple dispatcher, and we can have one performer only.
Why should we have only one performer? So what is the role of a performer?
You know, to do operations on the item.
So why can't there be multiple performers?
Yeah, okay, it can be.
Can we have multiple performers?
Yes, I think yes.
Okay. So let's take others' opinions as well. You just go ahead, others, please. There is no right or wrong in this question. Just tell me your points. Sudha, can you answer?
Hi, Vajran. Just now, good morning. Just now, I have logged in the session. Could you please repeat the question once?
Okay. So others, please repeat the question. So I want others to participate more than me. Everyone to participate.
Okay, so
What is
the
the
question
difference
is,
between? Yeah, please, Rakesh, go on.
Yeah,
okay,
Rakesh.
what is the difference between performer and dispatcher, and how in a project, how many performers and how many dispatchers can we have, and why?
Okay. Um, the dispatcher is what the data will send to the queue, the orchestrator, And we have one dispatcher and we can have multiple performers.
Bajrang, we can have multiple dispatches and multiple performers, but depends upon the project. I think the project becomes too complex if there are multiple dispatches and multiple performers.
Why is it so? Why will it become complex?
There will be so many steps, right? Like getting the data from so many places.
Okay. Now let's take calculator. So we got to know the calculator use case, right? So what calculator does, it takes input from an Excel file and it fetches it into Orchestrator. If it fetches the data into Orchestrator and performer fetches the item and it will process and sends the report. Okay, so let's take the simple process. In this, each row will be a transaction item, right? But if we move the transaction item to queue item, or if the data row has queue item, then what do we have in that queue item? Nagarjuna, can you please share your screen with Orchestrator? Nagarjuna? Just checking if Nagarjuna is available or not. Nagarjuna? Okay, since Nagarjuna is not responding, I'm removing from the meeting. Nagarjuna, please join and unmute and talk. Yep. So Sachin, please share your screen.
One second, I'll just share the screen.
Yeah, sorry, Sachin.
Yeah, I'll share the screen.
Preeti, you are not. Preeti, you are audible.
Sorry?
Nothing.
Yes.
Just wanted to ask.
So just go to the orchestrator and open queues. Orchestrator queues. Let's understand what data can we store in orchestrator queues and how are we going to use that values into the project. Okay. So is your workspace connected, Sachin? Okay. So let's take this example. Go to queues, and open a queue item. Open that item. Yeah, view transactions. So open one of the transaction. I see you have 10 items. Let's see what did you store? Okay, so he's trying to store first, second, and the operand, and the result is empty. So here, do we need to have this result in this particular specific data?
No, Bajrang.
And why don't we require it? Why don't we need that particular item result?
Because here we have a different, input file where we have stored the data. So we are working on the Excel.
Okay, I need more answers for this.
Ajay, are you asking in specific to the project with which we did, or in a general?
For this project, why do you require other three items, first, second, and the operand? Why don't you require a result? So someone
Because
said,
result is the we are going to calculate result and we are going to update it to the Excel sheet, and we do not need result because it is always we are not.
so
we
basically
are-
that's not an input. The result is not an input, that's an output that we are going to get whenever we process an item, right? So that's the reason we don't require it in the input data. Okay. So Sachin,
Yeah.
let's create an RE framework, a single RE framework project, and rename that as calculator with queues. And I want you to update this in the GitHub repo later, but everyone, please, you can check in Sachin's repo.
What should I mention? Calculator with
Well,
Q.
Queues. Okay, and can you store that in your folder
Yeah.
in GitHub? Done. Okay. Okay, so Sachin, where should we change the queue name to utilize the queues in Orchestrator?
From here, configuration file.
Great, go ahead and do it. So others can help Sachin. What details should be updated and all?
So should I mention calculate with the Q name?
No,
No,
just change the value to the.
other way.
So the names need not be changed. Names are the keys. So don't change them. Orchestrator queue name should be same. The value should be changed though. I think the value that you have updated is Sachin as the queue name. You can update it with your name. Just rename it as it is from the orchestrator. You can copy and paste it rather than writing. Okay. So what we can do now is, see, we just updated queue value or queue name, but the remaining project still is the same. Okay. So what we can do, let's go with UiPath. Go to UiPath Studio. So all I need is, I need to, instead of adding, I need to concatenate three values. First number, second number, and operand. And I need to write it as a output value back in orchestrator. So how can I do that? What are the things that I need to do? Do we need to change anything in initialization? I don't want to use calculator here. All I need is, I need to just take the data and I want to append it and send it back. I don't want any applications.
You can create a dispatcher to send the data to the
Okay,
queue.
so that just remember that we already have information in the queues. We have
Okay.
around 10 items.
In the initialization state,
Now we
can
are doing only performer activity.
Okay. In the initialization state, we can attach the calculator
I
desktop
don't want
application.
calculator, that's what I'm saying. I don't want any calculator. All I need is whatever data I have, I just need to append it or concatenate it and write it as an output. That's it. No need for any application.
In get transaction, we need to update the specific item that we get, right?
So get transaction data, what output does it have? By default, what data does it give? Get transaction data.
Queue item.
Sorry, what is
Queue
that?
item.
Queue item. Excellent. So I think do we need to change anything in get transaction data?
No, already it's a queue, right? Nothing to change in the get transaction data.
So since that is already in queue item, we need not change anything. Okay. Scroll down. Process transaction. So let's go with process transaction. Let's see the argument of process transaction. Process workflow. What is the argument? The transaction item, whatever we get, and the config value. So these are by default. Now, can you go to the process flow, workflow? Open that workflow. Yeah. So now I need to concatenate the value and add it back to orchestrator queue item. How can I do that?
We can get the values from the queue.
Okay, so.
And we do operations and we'll send it to the queue.
Okay, so what are the different ways or different options that are available for us which we can utilize? How can you transfer output from process state to orchestrator queue item? See, we are talking about project, so think only in project perspective. We are not going to change anything with respect to the framework. All we need is, we need to utilize the framework to get the things done. Niranjan, can you please help? Okay, let's do one thing. Keep an ascent statement and add all the values to that particular variable or something. Just add them, append, or you can just concatenate. I don't want to convert it into an integer or anything. So just append them. What should we do?
Take assignment activity, and in assignment activity,
Assign activity. The first one is correct. Yep. Take that assign activity. Okay, so what should we update this with?
the input, whatever the input we have.
Sorry.
Create a variable.
So do we need to send? Okay, you are asking to create a variable. Okay, go ahead and do it. Let's see. Let's see the approach how we are working on. Okay,
can
if
create
everyone participate, this will be interesting. So go ahead and participate. Tell your inputs, even if it is wrong.
Okay, create a variable of integer type.
Fine.
I don't want integer. I want it to be string. I just want to add or concatenate all the three items. That's it. It's not. It need not be an integer.
Create a string value. Okay, now on the right side, right, queue name, the in underscore transaction item, right? That is a queue name we are getting. Dot specific item of
In transaction.
yeah, in transaction item.
Okay.
So click on the second one.
Which one should I do? The transaction or in value?
Transaction item.
Transaction item, yeah.
So what is in transaction item? That is one item that we are going to get from get transaction data. Okay. So whatever that value that we got from get transaction data is a queue item. And from that queue item, the specific content that we have seen, right, that we need to fetch. So how are we going to get it?
Dot specific content of
Dot
specific content. Hit a tab. Yeah, of in quotations, give the first
or
integer.
of this only.
No, open braces. In this, in quotations, give the first input name. I think value 1 or something which you have given.
Don't
You can
assume
copy from
anything,
the
copy the
orchestrator.
values.
Can you
Don't
go to the
assume.
queue and okay, Vijay. Please go to the queue and see what is the name you have given. Now open the click on the three dots and open. See transaction. View transactions. Now click on the first item. View details. Yeah, first is the name. Yeah. Specific item and in quotations give first. Yeah. So if it is integer, we need to convert it to string, not to string, because you are concatenating.
By default, what is the value that we are going to get?
Object.
It will be a string. Okay. You can add dot toString at the end.
Yeah, then it's not needed, right?
You need to add dot toString. It's an object, that's correct. But at the end, you need to add dot toString to concatenate it.
Yeah, please, after after getting item, you need to convert it to string. Remove the dot and add dot to string again. No, remove that. Remove the dot as well. Yeah, go to the end. Yeah, just convert it to string.
Okay. Maya, can you please continue after this?
Yes, Vajra. Can you please close this, Sachin?
Yeah.
Why? Because we added only one item, right? You need to concatenate the remaining items as well. So
Okay.
how can you concatenate?
Add plus. Then copy the same thing and instead of first you write second.
Transaction item again you are talking about. Same
Yeah, copy the complete thing and instead of first write second. Dot to string also. Do we want the operand as well?
Yes, I want the operand as well.
Okay, then instead of second write operand.
Should I take it as an operand or should I take it as this one second
No.
one?
That
That's fine.
second word.
You can add
remove
operand
the.
at the end. You can add operand at the end.
Okay. Okay, then add a plus sign
Okay.
and copy the same thing again.
I'm just thinking if you have a concatenate operation directly instead of doing all this big statement.
We have string.concat and we need to, though we have string.concat, we still need to write all these items.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay. So now this is assigned to. Okay, hit OK. Now this is assigned to ln value. Now how will you send this item back to orchestrator queue? Can you go back to orchestrator? I want, see there is output data, right? If you see here, I need to
Result.
have the result. Output data instead of null, I need to have the result.
Okay.
Sachin, you can use set transaction activity to set the data in the queue.
But if you use set transaction, it should be either successful or failure.
Yeah.
That you are already doing it in set transaction status workflow.
Sachin, go to properties. Here it's properties.
Left side.
Right, you're right.
What do you want to do? Just tell me that. What is properties? What do you want to select in properties?
Here we have one option to send the data to
Then
orchestrator, right? There is some.
I
We can
haven't seen
update.
such option.
I think you
See.
should create an argument. We can update in the success state, right? In the
Excellent,
console.
Maya. Maya, you said about argument, right?
Yeah, should create an out argument.
Yes. The reason is that there are two different workflows and the functionality of two workflows is different. Process is to just process the item and output we are updating in the set transaction status. We already have information and we already have code to do that. We need to use that code. We cannot rewrite everything. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the value that we need to give here? Go ahead, Maya, please lead.
I think out transaction item.
Don't write it as out transaction item. You can write it as out underscore result.
Okay.
Because if you add transaction item, then it will confuse. Transaction item is different from the result. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Change the direction to out.
Okay. What is the next step? Others, please pitch in if you know.
Go to the success state and the set transaction state.
Okay. So Sachin, go to set transaction state. Let's see. Import the arguments, then you
First
will get
import
the
the argument.
Yeah.
Okay.
What will you do now?
Have to create a
You have to
variable.
create a variable.
Okay.
Control K. Transaction result.
It should be str underscore transaction result because that is a string.
String variable.
Okay.
So the naming conventions will help you.
STR. Sachin.
Why are you writing CRN? It's STR. No, remove CRN.
Sachin, remove CRN.
Small letter STR.
Control K.
No, don't select that.
After that,
No.
Transaction
Just
result.
No, it's not creating a variable.
First you need to press Control K, right?
Sachin, remove this and press Control K. Yeah, now write STR. Transaction result.
it's not working.
Sachin, give underscore after STR.
So there is no requirement that if it is underscore only, then it will work. This is correct. Hit on OK, then the binding will happen. Okay. Yes. Now, what should we do next?
Check the scope, man.
That's a good catch. Check with the scope
In
of
orchestra,
what scope should we check?
Check the scope of the output argument which you created now. Go to
It's not
arguments.
an argument, it's a variable.
Variable.
Yeah, okay. Variable.
Variable scope.
Change it to general business.
You can add it only to process transaction if you ask me, because it's everything is there in process transaction only. Don't add, see, this is not a good practice to add everything to main scope. Okay, so change it back to either try process or you can use process transaction. That can be the correct item. Okay, so do follow, don't add the variables outside their scopes. Okay, and one of the interview question, what should be the scope of a secure string? Do you know the meaning of secure string?
Yes. It's
It's
used
a
for
password.
password.
Exactly.
It should be
So
the
password scope should be only to that place where it's where it should be typed in. Nowhere else it should be accessible. Okay. Now what should we do next?
Go to the finally block.
Good.
You were also not audible.
Go to the finally block.
Finally, block.
Finally section. Yes.
Down, scroll down.
Scroll down. Yeah, go to the finally block. And the try block.
Okay.
Click on the
So
try
did
block.
anyone observe what will be there in this finally block?
Anything
Any-
which is in finally block, it will execute whether it's exception or not.
That's fine, but even in finally block, we have a try catch. What is the requirement of try catch here?
I think to rethrow the thrown exception.
Others, please pitch in.
To increment the transaction item.
The wrong answer.
If we need to perform any operation after the exception happens, then we can keep that activities or things in the finally block.
So why do we have a try catch in finally block? That's my question.
So here it is trying to set the transaction, right? And so if there is any exception during this step, it will be handled by this.
Excellent. So let's assume that in set transaction status also we have some issue. We are not able to set a transaction item status. Then how it can be handled? So that will be handled by this try block. If you open the exception.
Yeah.
Exception down.
Yep. So what is it saying? Set transaction status failed. And can you please over? Yep. Exception message, whatever the exception message that we have, and at source, where is the exact place where it failed? Okay, so that will be added as a log message. So if this happens, then it means that our program is not running properly, or it's not executing properly, or setting the status properly. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the try block and let's complete it. I'm giving you 5 more minutes, so complete it within the 5 minutes. After that, we are going to discuss some interview questions.
Now try
Sachin,
in the final.
go to finally block and open set transaction.
Now open try in finally.
Here only it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on try. Yeah.
Open.
Go to this.
First, assign the input arguments. You need to pass the variable. Yeah, you can create one argument in underscore result or
Transaction result.
in value field, assign the variable which you have created earlier.
str underscore.
str underscore. Yeah.
See, you cannot create new variables or new arguments outside the workflow. You need to go into the workflow and create them. The problem with this, you will see, save it and try to
Yeah,
execute it.
it will not come right.
It will not create the workflow arguments. Okay, so this is just to append or bind the values, but if you want to create or delete an argument, you need to go into the workflow and then do it.
Yeah. Now delete this argument, Sachin, and go to workflow and then create same argument.
No, hit a cancel and go. We'll save it.
Yeah, or else you can hit.
Open
Open
workflow.
workflow. Open workflow.
It's thinking about
Okay, and now go to arguments. Scroll down. Yeah, now create here in underscore transaction result.
Small I. It's case insensitive, right?
No, I don't think so. It's case sensitive.
T should be capital.
Can be anything. You don't need.
So whatever Maya is saying is camel casing, and she's telling according to the best practices. So do follow them.
Okay, now go back and assign the save it. First save. And go to process, go back. Okay. No, go to main.
Go to main.
Go to main. Okay, then open our import argument, and now assign the value string underscore transaction result. Yeah. Now go to set transaction status workflow. Go to success state, first one, and now before the log message, or you can use the set transaction progress activity. Go to activity. Yeah.
Why do you need to set transaction progress activity when you already have set transaction state? Can you go to the top ones? We have set transaction item. Why can't you just add output in set transaction status?
Yeah, we can add it here also. Property. Yeah, in output property. Yeah, you can set the transaction result.
only transaction
No,
result.
no. Yeah, I think.
Same only in transaction result.
Dhruvesh, whatever you said is correct. So the name should be the name of the key. So it can be transaction result or output, anything, or response or result, anything you can keep. But the value should be the input argument.
Which is a string in transaction item result. In value, type in underscore transaction result, which earlier we have created. Yeah, okay. Press okay. That's it.
Okay, now how many of you think that this will be executed and we will have a result?
Can we change the scope to out?
If transaction item gets success, then and only it will execute. This one is execute.
Let's assume that this is successful. There is one small mistake that you have done. Did anyone observe that or not?
Output argument is assigned to in.
Yes, Maya, you are correct. Where can we do that?
Process.
It's Umaya, I think.
It's Manju.
Manju. Okay. Yeah, Manju. You are correct. So what should we do?
Go to process and change the variable like argument. Instead of in value, we can give the argument.
Excellent. That's a good catch. The reason is we are not setting the value to out transaction result. Okay. So Manju, great work. So let's see.
To assign activity.
Was is not available. Okay, I said.
Assign activity. Yeah. Instead of in value, give the other argument, that is out.
Ajang, quick question. If I can directly assign it to the argument, right? Like, what is it? What is a good practice?
Yes, it is a good practice to write it to a argument. That doesn't matter. There is no need for us to create a variable and we need not assign it, because it will in turn create a new variable and it will add more space. That's not required, right?
Manjushri, here you are talking about invalid.
Yes, correct. Out and
And
not the new argument. You have created the argument already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give that here.
That is what
Out result maybe.
Out underscore transaction result. Yeah, first one.
I think if you are doing any operations, right, on any values like strings or integers, can we, is it a good practice to do it on arguments?
See, arguments, the only way or only thing that we use an argument is to send the data out of the workflow. Okay, so it doesn't matter even if you add it to a variable first and add all the manipulations and to change it at the end. At the end, you always need to assign it to a out argument, right? If you want to send it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't matter.
should I debug now? Hello.
Yeah, close the
Yes,
config and
yes.
debug it. Don't stop it. Let's see. Check the local section what it has.
Should I continue?
No, it says queue doesn't exist, man. Sachin doesn't exist. That's what it is saying. It's not able to fetch data from the queue.
Sachin, as we are not using the get transaction activity because we are not using the it's a dispatcher, so you can just delete that activity.
You go to the item where it faulted.
Get transaction data, go to such.
So do I need to delete this, right?
No.
No, first.
Check what is a
what-
queue name. What is a queue name it is checking for, and compare it with the config file.
Yeah, go to input or input argument. Sorry, input field
On the-
in properties panel, and check the name.
The queue name on the right side input.
It was correct.
Change this orchestrator key name.
No, it's correct.
That is correct.
It's correct.
Is it the same in the config file?
Yes.
Yeah, it's reading the name, so it will fetch the value. So that is correct.
No, did we? Okay, right. Did you save the
It's
config file?
within
Go to output and see what's the error. No. In output panel, not there.
No, it says Sachin is not valid. Something it is not able to read
Queue
Sachin
item.
queue.
Queue is not a.
Yeah, just see.
Then
if
in
it-
config, check the value. Copy the queue name from orchestrator and paste it in config file.
No, it's done correct only. The queue is.
No, did you save the config file, right?
Yeah, it did. I think. Yeah.
first check the queue name in orchestrator, then verify.
No, he copy pasted from orchestrator.
Yeah, copy paste it, right?
No, I think right, Sachin, I got it. Open the config file. There is an extra character after the name you pasted. I think that might be causing the issue.
Open the config.
Open
When
the
you copy
config
pasted,
file.
right? It might have pasted extra characters.
Go to project.
Space.
Sachin, go to project.
Project panel. Go to
Left
project
side.
left side.
After activity, before activity.
Below. Below. Yeah.
Open this
what?
config.
Open the config.
Open
In data. Yeah.
See if there's any space after n.
double. Yeah. Just going to next line. I think. You know that. Double click and delete everything after the 24.
Daddy. I will type it. It will be better. Oh, it is correct. If I'm double click, showing you.
Save.
Actually, earlier, right, we should have checked in the what is that? The panel, watch panel, the locals panel. We could have got the information what's there in the.
Close this config file now.
No, just save it and close this. Close the config.
No, save the config file, Excel file.
This one I saved.
Yeah, then close it.
Close this.
Go in the on the left side, right? Go to watch and check the out config variable. What means what we got the dictionary variable. We'll come to know whether it got the queue name properly or not. On the above log message, you have three tabs, right? Local, watch, and immediate.
Oh, your voice is not audible.
In the design panel itself, you have see the top left side.
No, it's okay. The transition is successful. We don't need to check it. Yeah, let's go to queue and check the out result. The first item will be updated.
Refresh.
Two items are successful. No, not the new status. Completed. Go to the. Scroll down.
It's executing, Rakesh, still.
No, successful. We already have one.
Open that one.
Successful.
Successful one.
Yeah, without data is an object. So we need to convert it.
It's concatenated, right?
Yes.
So we are passing the string data to an object. I don't know how to change it.
So we have option to change it. Like if we convert to C int, then it will change.
Roy, what is your email ID?
Mine version?
Yeah.
I'll ping you.
Rakesh Hula, right?
Yeah, Rakesh.Hula.
Yeah. Continue, please.
No, we are passing a string item to a queue object. I think we need to do a conversion there. We need to change the string item to object item. I don't know, not to object. Is it valid or not? We'll see. Actually, we can stop this and we can check on that object item, right? Because yes, we are looking at this. What do you say, guys?
I guess yes. Stop searching. Stop.
Someone. So now we need to see the object stuff, which is taking it as an object, right? There we need to change. Set transaction. Set transaction status. And there.
Okay.
Yeah, here we are passing our output on the right side, no? The properties.
Rakesh, what you want to do? Actually, Vajrang already said he needs the concatenate the first argument and second argument with the operand.
Yeah, but
we don't want the result. Means we don't want to calculate perform the addition or first and second addition and store it in the.
If you go to the queue, we have to see, for example, 3 plus 4. That's something like that, right? In the output, where when you go and see, it is saved as an object. Open on successful. So see the output data. It is an object only. No, output data. About that, yeah.
So what's the problem?
Output
No,
That
we
needs to be a value, right? It is
yeah,
not.
it should
output of orchestrator is always enum, I think.
It will always the object. You need to change the
Yes.
data type here. Output
No,
data.
if the value here is object, not it's not in a queue object or something. It is is taking it as an object because we didn't do the conversion.
We have stored past the string.
Okay,
It's a
let me
string 3
intervene.
plus 9.
So let's understand. Specific data is an object that contains key value pairs. Output data is also an object that contains key value pairs, and analytics data is also an object that contains key value pairs. So the result that you are sending is a string. Okay, so the result data type is a string. So you can also pass in an integer value and a Boolean value as well. But output data value will still be object. These all are the properties of the object.
We can't change the output data type.
Yes.
So
Output
while
data
sending,
of orchestrator is always object.
Yeah.
so while
Enum.
sending, we have to send it as a queue name dot specific data of output object.
No, when you are setting, you can directly add the value in output item and output argument or the property, then it will be reflected here.
Okay. It's also you're saying output data. It is just saying it is an object type.
Yes.
The result is the main value which we got.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's I got confused then. Sorry guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we completed our training session and few members won few gift cards. Can you please confirm who are they? Check in your emails.
Yeah, I got Vijay.
I got.
Okay. Who is that?
Yeah.
Name, please.
Durvesh here.
Durvesh
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
I got it, Vajiran.
Sachin got it. Okay. More members got it already. Just check it.
I got it, Vajang. Manju here.
Manju got it. Great.
I got it too, Maya.
Maya got it. Excellent. So how many we have? Dhruvesh, Manju, Maya, and Sachin. We should have one more person.
Rakesh.
No, I didn't get any.
Sorry?
Ajrang, you can reveal the names. That's okay. We don't mind.
Okay. Rakesh Roy also got it. So this is for your participation and your active participation in today's session. And I like the way how you approached the problem and how you are able to come up with a solution. And especially Manju, she found out the issue. And because if she didn't find the issue, then we might have worked around 20 minutes extra to find the solution or to find the exact problem. So Manju, so important things you observed. So that's the reason you won. And remaining members, you actively participated and tried to solve this particular activity. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vajiran.
Yeah.
There will
Thanks,
be
Vijay.
more gift
Ajay,
cards.
please check my email. My email address. What you have given. I didn't get any.
Okay. So let me just check it again. I will recheck it.
Yeah, and coming to
Rakesh.
the main agenda today, the consumer producer stuff, right? Like you didn't tell the main output. We discussed so much thing about, right? But we don't know what exactly.
Exactly. So right now, whatever we have done is a performer activity.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the data is already updated in the orchestrator by the dispatcher. Let's assume. Now, if multiple robots are executing concurrently or in parallel, then each item will be taken by one robot, and everything will be processed within seconds of time.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how many of you have time to work with it right now, but we can complete it tomorrow. Like what we can do in Sachin's machine, we will add one of your machine as well as one of the other robot. Okay. So
Okay.
then we will execute both the bots at a single shot and we will see the output.
Okay.
Okay. And if you want, you can get in touch with your partners and you can complete it. I do encourage to do it, but tomorrow is the time we can do it because we already we are already out of 5 minutes out of the meeting time.
Bajrang, you are saying we need to create a dispatcher for this performer project, right?
There is no need for a dispatcher. The items are already there. But if you want to create something like that, you can do it. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so we can create another project dispatcher and using
You can
another use
see
case.
in the beginning you created a calculator bulk upload, right?
Yeah.
Just add a read item, add bulk upload, and then dispatcher. It's done. So
Okay.
I'm just saying, how can you divide the items into different robots?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, like load management, Bajrang.
Exactly. That's correct.
Okay.
Yes, and Rakesh, you can check your email and it's rakesh.poola@gmail.com. That's the email.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so congratulations everyone whoever won this Amazon Pay gift cards, and I want active participation from others as well, and everyone will be rewarded. I'm not sure how much you're going to get, and maybe you can get the complete the fees back.
Fees
You can
reimbursed.
you can try. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Bajrang.
Question, one
Bye.
question.
Yes.
Yeah. If we have a one queue but in a
Mhm.
different queue items,
Mhm.
if two robots trying to pull the queue item,
Mhm.
if the transaction go to new to in progress,
Okay.
there is no queue item for the another robot to pick it.
Okay.
So what the robot will do?
Okay. Now in RE framework, if there is no item, then where will it go?
And
It will go to end process.
That's it.
The robot has no transactions to perform.
Yeah. But it needs to pull the data. It has only one queue item. Two robots are simultaneously running.
Yeah. Whichever robot comes first and picks the item, that will be the robot.
Okay. So again, we need to add the queue item for the second robot.
If we have the data, then second robot will pick. See, it's like something like this. I gave you 10 items to process, and we have 16 members in this particular training, and each and everyone will come and pick, and the 10 items are completed. Okay, so the remaining members need not wait for that queue item to process. They will just be they can work on other process as well, or that robot can be utilized for other process as well. Anything can happen, right? If there is some data, that will be processed. If there is no data, there is no need to process.
Okay. Yeah, but
So
Got
we
it?
need to use the Sachin queue.
You can create your own queue, but Sachin will commit his code. You can update the code with your own queue name.
Okay.
Sachin, make a pull request. I'll update that in the.
Okay, okay, I will do.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, Bajrang, I have some issue with my Git actually.
Okay. Do you want us to see it now?
Shall I share?
Yes, please. Others, if you want to stay, you can stay, or else you can leave. The training is completed. You can stop the recording. Durvesh, stop this recording.
Yeah.